If you had a needle tool, it would work the best, but I don't have a needle tool. So this is the thinnest one of these that I have. You could use something like a tweezers. You could even use something like this, which is just a wooden skewer that normally you would cook with. And if you were really hard pressed and couldn't find anything else, you could use something tiny like this. But this would be harder to use because you don't have as much to hold on to. So you're gonna get a small amount of clay, and you just want to roll it into a nice circle after you have conditioned it really well. And then you want to take something like this, and you want to find whatever you consider to be your starting point. And you're going to take it, and you're just going to roll it. And then I like to go to the opposite side, and then go to the middles again. And again, and for whatever reason, my hand is being shaky. And then I just split the middles of each one of them. Now, you want to bring it down over here on the back side. If you have a piece that's long enough, it'll come all the way down. That's not a very good example, but let's try that again. 1, 2, there, I can see I got it a little bit better, but I still need to come more to the middle. And you just go around. Saw it a couple of years ago on, I can't think of what her name is right now. I'll look it up, figure it out. And that's who I saw make one like this. And she did something really cool where she made like a little garden patch of pumpkins and then put a fence around it. So this was my first attempt at making pumpkins. And I just did the little vines. And you can see here this little shimmery. I only had gold and browns at the time. So those were the colors that I added for a little bit of embellishment. But you can take, if you have orange or gold, or as you see in my case, browns, a bit of orange powder, tap it off in the lid so you don't get too much. And it just gives it a little bit of shimmer. It makes it a little eye-catching. What else? And if you want to, take a little tiny bit of brown, roll it into a log. Nice and skinny. Because we're making tiny pumpkins. And then just cut a little bit of it off. And then that first hole that we made up here where we were centered, I'm going to set it there, and I'm going to take this guy and I'm just going to kind of push it down a little bit to make sure that it's adhered well. And then maybe give it just a little bit of a diagonal. And then if there's a spot that you don't like, you can just press into it again. Okay. Give it a little bit more indentation. And they don't have to be perfect circles. That's the fun thing about pumpkins, because pumpkins aren't always circles. Sometimes they're fat and skinny, or sometimes they're a little bit like this one, short and stout, and then sometimes they're taller and narrower. So just play with it, have fun, make some pumpkins. It's almost Halloween. Like I said, you can use something like this. See how it'll give you that nice line? And then it's kind of distorting the shape a little bit in between each one. And it's what's giving it that nice little bulge like pumpkins have. And that one wasn't totally straight, but that's okay. So now this pumpkin is a little bit more oblong as opposed to circular, And the fun thing about this is not only do they work for Halloween, but they work through into the fall. You can make a cute little pair of earrings out of these. You can make something like I showed you with that little pumpkin patch. There's all kinds of things that you can do with them. You can turn them into a bracelet. You can turn them into a necklace. You can just decorate something with a little bit of a pumpkin. One other thing to consider is if you had an eye pin, you could put it through here now before you bake it. So even though you kind of lose the effect of your stem, if you just kind of lay it down a little bit, then you still got it. But then after it's baked, it'll already be on the pin. So there it is, all baked. Hi, baby. See? Isn't that cute? But I took it out of the eye pin just to show you how easily you can take it off and back on now that it's baked. Just so you can put beads on top of it, below it, you know, turn it into something pretty, fun. Thank you for watching, guys. Take care. Talk to you soon.